Hey guys, welcome to today's breakdown of the common yoga asana called triangle pose. So let's talk about why you want to do triangle pose. This is an excellent, just well-rounded posture that gets into all of the hot spots of the body that often get tight and cause us problems, from every area around the spine to the low back to the neck, to the hips, both front and back, and the backs of the legs, the hamstrings, the calves. So this is an excellent posture that does build some strength or requires some strength in your core, but mostly it's a great stretch to do after heavy physical activity of any kind, and in compensation for long periods of sitting. So now let's talk about when to do the posture, because it varies based on the person. If you are somebody who is not flexible, who's trying to improve your mobility, then really any stretch you do before you warm up, or before you exercise is going to do more for you in terms of increasing your overall range of motion and flexibility. The reason for that is because before you're warm, when you're still cold, there's not as much blood moving through the muscles, so there's not as much water in the muscle fibers. So when you stretch them, they're not as viscous, meaning they're not as likely to come back together into the original state that they were in. That's when we cold stretch. When we stretch after doing heavy physical activity, it is great to lengthen those fibers so that we don't lose mobility, but you're not going to gain much mobility from that. So if you're someone like myself who is already highly mobile, I rarely cold stretch because I'm not interested in putting more length in my muscles and therefore more likelihood of instability around my joints. But for those who are looking for more flexibility, doing this posture before your workout and after is going to give you that increased range of motion that you're looking for. So just keep that in mind. All right, let's do triangle. So you can do this anywhere. I would just recommend taking your shoes off so you can feel your feet on the floor. Feet are in a wide stance. Front knee is right over the front toes. Back toes are turned in slightly, just at an angle that is comfortable for your ankle, okay? Back knee is right over the toes as well. Now, draw the low belly in and let the front of the rib cage come down slightly as you feel the back of the body lengthen. You want to keep this intact throughout doing this whole posture, okay? Lift the front of your hips slightly. This is just bringing your torso into a good alignment so that your spine is in a neutral place so it can move freely and without risk of injury. Now, take this front hip, you can even put your hands here, and pull it back. Yeah, so you're actually closing the hips slightly. And now, with the hands on the hips, keeping them right where they are, open the chest so that it's rotating open. So there's a counter rotation in my spine. I'm turning the hips forward while I'm opening the chest towards my back foot. How much is dependent on you, okay? There's no right or wrong answer. It's what's available in your body. We're going to keep this whole structure intact as we start to creep down the front leg with our front hand, hinging at the hip so that the spine stays long. How far I go into the stretch depends on me. You may find that stopping here and resting your hand on the thigh is the right place for you. If you're more flexible, you can continue to reach down to the shin. You can reach down to a block or a prop. Or if it's available, you can come all the way to the floor. Wherever you stop depends on how long you can keep the spine. Once you arrive here, check in that you're still rotating the hips towards the floor now and opening the chest towards the sky as much as it's available to you. Draw your chin in so the back of the neck is long. And then focus either up or down, depending on what's comfortable for your neck. And as you breathe here, spread through your toes. Broaden your whole foot so that you feel both the front and the back foot firmly broadening on the mat. You'll notice how this activates the leg muscles a little. So as you breathe here, soften your face, soften the space behind your eyes. Keep rotating that top hip down as you open the chest. Keep the back of the neck nice and long. Face good and soft. And then to come out of the stretch, just bend that front knee into a little lunge and use your hand as you need to come out of this. So I'll let you do the other side on your own. Just remember that counter rotation in the spine of pulling the front hip back as you open the chest is really important to get the full benefits of the stretch. Broadening the feet on the mat and using the strength in that low belly will keep you supported in the posture. And then just use your breath. Notice where you're struggling. If you're struggling, back out of the posture a little bit, okay? And have patience, because wherever you are, whether you are uber flexible gymnast-like, or if you're, still here, either way you're getting the benefit. It's not a competition. It's about what's great for your body. I hope this has been helpful. Next week we'll break down another common asana that can be done anywhere at any time, and giving you some good cues that'll keep you safe and help you enjoy it and get the maximum benefits.